Hello, this is Lila in Hawaii, and it's Sunday and the birds are chirping and all's right with the world. We had a scare yesterday with a missile attack, supposedly. I missed the whole thing. I was out and I didn't even hear about it till someone in a store I went into said, "Did you hear the fun we had today?" I said, "No, what was it?" And she told me all about it. So it was a mistake. I didn't see people panicking. They said people panicked and ran away and hid in places. I was out and never knew about it until it was all over, so I didn't do anything. I just kept going about my chores. I've been making a lot of tags and enclosures for some of the pouches and books I make because I like to put something inside. So it's a mess, and I'm trying to clean up on my stash here on my desktop. So I thought before I put them all away, let's see if I can show you any of them. First off, I made this button card, and it's from an old calendar I had that had the old calendar actually on the bottom, and it said 1923 or something like that. So I sewed on some mother of pearl buttons, and then that's an island button made with abalone shell. So that's a button card. I'm also finishing this. This is going to be another tag, really. And I've just sewn, so far I've just sewn on some braid that I've aged, and I pulled out from my stash some stuff. I don't know what you'd call this. Stuff. Let's say stuff. It's ribbon and bit of lace and something else. I'm going to put that on there. And I've also got a leaf, and when I use these old velvet leaves, I like to put a word on them, and this says "My Dream." So that's probably going to be the way that's going to be. Hope you can see that. I'm trying to hold it all together. I also have some postcard blanks that my daughter sent me, so I'm starting to make those into postcards, and these are not going to be fabric postcards like I normally do. And this one says Encounter. I've started that, so I'm going to put some French book page and music and so on and so forth around that one. Let's see, I often print off a smaller version of a postcard and use it for a tag like so. So what I do is I put the card this way instead of this way, and then I adhere some trims and so forth. So this, it's not quite finished, but that's one of the tags that I've made using that idea. This is just a tag with a leaf at the bottom that says "Wondering Why." A picture, some old lace, and the tea-dyed tag. And let's see, I think, did I show you that? Oh yeah, I'm making this into another, probably another postcard, or maybe a tag. So far I've glued the leaf on. It's a silk leaf, and it says "Summer Day," and that'll be decorated with lace and trims and maybe a button or something like that. This is one ready to go. Here's one that I've started, that doesn't belong there. I have started to put some music on, and it's another one of those postcards, and it says Share, S-H-A-R-E, vintage picture. This one is I love this one, it's sort of a lady who's windblown. It's a famous artist, and I'm going to add trims and ribbons to this one, probably like that, something like that. And what else? Oh yeah, then I have tons and tons of this lace edging, just a whole bag of it. If you don't believe me, here's my bag of lace edgings. I hate to show you this because it looks horrible, but I did wind them all up, so they're all wound up, pretty much, when I say all, but yes. But a friend of mine, the neighbor who dabbles in antiques, he picks up things at antique sales. He doesn't have a shop or anything. He's actually just my neighbor, and he just gives me stuff. So he gave me this, and this is because a vintage Hawaiian bag. So he gave me all that. I'm very lucky. Don't know if I'll ever use it in my lifetime. Anyway, so I'm using some of it up. A lot of it's just from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. It's not that old. This one I added to this picture. Then I've added some glitter to give it a little fillip. This is another one. These are both gypsy women. This is another one. And so I'll be adding those either to a book that I'm doing on gypsies, or I will probably make them into tags. And I think that you probably saw my fabric postcards. I think I did a video on these a while ago. I had made quite a few, and these are two that I still have. So these are done with fabric, and they're on a back like so. So those are not part of this group, but anyway. And I have another tag I made, and just put strips of text and lace across like that. Then I had some of my brown paper that I wrinkle and dye, and I've made a lot of little books. Nothing in this at all yet, but I'm going to make a little lace something or other on each page. I thought that'd be kind of cute. I made a whole bunch of these. I didn't know what to do. I was going to throw it out. I did dye it and wet it and wrinkle it in that technique you do, and I thought I would these are the trimmings, so I made about 6 of these little bags. I've got about 8 pages, so I'm going to use those for adding trims and such. And I thought I would add, each page I'll add, you know, something like so. I've got, as I said, I've got a lot to use up. Something like this on each page, and there'll be little booklets for sale. I think I've got one more. Sorry if my hand is in the camera lens. This is a little tag I made too. It's got some sewing pattern there, a bit of lace, and then a black piece of cardstock background, and then one of those women that I make. I don't know whether I've ever shown you, but I make these 3-dimensional little vintage ladies. They're off Simplicity patterns from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And this I made into a tag that is like that. And that's for a book. So it could also be a bookmark. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.